You guys, look at Manhattan. Clouds rolling in. Hey guys! Today I am going to be making chicken Caesar salad wrap for dinner, and then I'm going to make a little bit extra for lunch tomorrow. Last week I woke up and I was just craving a salad in a wrap. Like, that's really weird to me. I typically don't like things that are mixed up. Apparently in New York there's this chopped salad. I don't know if it's a trend, but it's been like a thing in New York that people usually go to their local deli, local bodega to get, and usually the ingredients are all chopped up. It's basically a salad, but it's chopped even finer. For some reason it kind of grows on me over the years, and I've been wanting to try out a few popular places in New York, but I just haven't had a chance to. But yeah, I'm going to be making chicken Caesar salad wraps. I went to Whole Foods, got some ingredients. I also went to a local Asian grocery store over the weekend. We went to Flushing, so we went to Sky Foods. At the grocery store is located in this shopping mall where the Target is. You would get free parking if you spend $40 at the grocery store. So that's what we usually do when we go to Flushing. So you get 3 hours. So we usually take advantage of the time. We would go out to explore or try out new food, new boba, new tea shops. And usually Flushing day is a whole day for us because of traffic. Like, usually I kind of black out during the drive there and home. But anyways, I've got all of the ingredients. So this week I'm feeling like spring recipe. So I've been seeing a lot of asparagus and pea pasta dish. I think I'm gonna attempt making that sometime this week. And then we're gonna do easy spring rolls this week. And I also got ingredients to make matzo ball soup. We got some really nice chicken wings, the one that come with the full wings. So I'm going to use that to make my chicken stock, and then I got some matzo boards to make the matzo balls and some herbs. I got some more dill because my dill bouquet did die on me last week, and I was so sad. I was disappointed because the water looked fine and they went to mush. I don't know what's up with the herbs these days. I got some parsley, celery, and carrots for the matzo ball soup, so we'll see. I either make the soup first or the pasta first. This morning I woke up a little bit early. Gave this coffee crystal, the espresso craft instant coffee from Mary Mecco blue bottle. Gave this a try, added some cinnamon and honey. I did double up the amount that was recommended online though. It's a really nice instant coffee if you can get your hands on it. But usually I am not an instant coffee kind of girl. I prefer pour over freshly brewed black coffee. But this is fun. And then I took out the rest of the phyllo dough that I had in the freezer. out. I took it out yesterday and then bought a bag of pistachio from Trieu, and then I made baklava. So simple. All you need to do is melt some really good butter. In a lot of the recipes, people use clarified butter or ghee. I just use butter. It's fine. It tastes kind of milky because of the butter, but I think it's fine. And then the sugar syrup, I saw a TikTok. Someone was making Earl Grey infused sugar syrup and added in their matcha latte. I tried that. It worked, but normally I don't like my matcha latte to be sweet. So I just had a bunch of Earl Grey flavor syrup. So then I ended up using it in here. I also added a little bit of honey. Basically heat up the sugar honey mixture, pour it over on top of the phyllo dough. Again, I butter each layer from the bottom up. Use scissors and cut it so then it fits in this top little baking tray. It is really good. I know there's a lot of sugar in it and you have to use a lot of pistachio as well, but this is like one of my favorite desserts that I've ever made. It's so addicting and I would highly recommend it because you're using all fresh ingredients and the pistachios are so good and I love it so much. So yeah, this is going to be gone in 2 days, I'm pretty sure. I made this morning, then I went to Whole Foods to get all of the ingredients for Caesar salads. I picked up another pack of chicken breasts. We also got chicken breasts from the Chinese grocery store, Sky Foods. So I think I'm gonna be making Caesar salad dressing first. I just have 4 to 5 of these anchovies. This is not the fancy brand or anything, it's just from the brand Cento. I'm going to be discarding the oil, but I had it stored in the fridge for weeks now and they're fine. And I just made sure to wrap it up. I think I'm gonna follow one of the recipes. I will link it below. But yeah, I'm going to be using all of these anchovies in my salad dressing. And then for the chicken breast, I think I will be grilling it. I also made crouton this morning. These are just some leftover white sandwich bread. I use scissors to cut them into cubes. Season it with a little bit of salt, pepper, onion, and garlic powder. It smells really good and these store really well. Of course, you can also buy stale bread from the grocery stores or from your local bakery, and then you can just tear it off by hands in small pieces. Add a lot of olive oil, again salt, pepper, any seasonings you'd like. I like again garlic and onion seasoning, and just bake it at 400 for 10, 15, 20 minutes and take it out halfway and flip, making sure everything is baked evenly. I also threw in the oven some sweet potatoes. These are just great for like snack. And then the rest of the roasted potatoes, remember last video at the very end, I made burgers and fries. I bought a big bag of roasted potatoes. I didn't get to show you the process and everything because I ran out of time and the video got too long. I filmed everything though. I ended up using just clips of that dinner. I had some leftover roasted potatoes, so I peeled them all, cut them very thinly in matchsticks. I followed this recipe, a restaurant style French fry. So you basically soak it in cold water with a little bit of salt for like half an hour, and then you parboil it and you let it cool down for half an hour, and then you fry it halfway, and then you freeze it for at least 4 hours. So I did this morning. I'm going to transfer it to like a closed container or something, and then just gonna take it out whenever I want. Frying them doesn't take too long and the fries remain crispy on the outside and soft, fluffy in the inside. It's really good. So that's all the things that I made this morning. I woke up and I'm like, I need to get all these things out of the way. So I did before all of the veggies go bad. Of romaine lettuce, peeled off the outer leaves. I'm going to be using the outer leaves to make spring rolls. Going to be using the hearts of the romaines because they are a lot crunchier. We'll chop it up. Also got a pack of my favorite flour tortilla. This is actually owned by Tacombi, so if you are not near any Whole Foods, highly recommend stopping by Tacombi, the Mexican place. They have a few locations in New York. They are Americanized Mexican restaurant. Really cute branding. I've been there before, but I wouldn't say it's like the most authentic, and it's kind of expensive there, but they sell these flour tortillas. At the Tacombi restaurant, they don't sell the big size. They call a large flour tortilla. It's like the smaller version, which I also have. So these are the largest size that the Tacombi Mexican restaurant sell, and these are great for like big size tacos, or you can make mini wraps. But for the sake of like actually making wraps that are great for like one portion for lunch, I would recommend stopping by Whole Foods because they sell this bigger pack. I think for like $8 or something. This one is not cheaper at the restaurant. It's also almost $8. But yeah, I just happen to have a lot of tortillas this week, which is fine because I love these flour tortillas. If I were to pick corn versus flour, I would 100% go for flour tortilla because these are so chewy and very, very durable. If you're making wraps, they stay really well, and sometimes I like to throw it back into a cast iron pan to kind of brown the outside a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to be heating up my cast iron pan, and then I'm gonna grill my chicken just with salt and pepper. Very simple because with all the seasoning going on from the Caesar salad dressing, it's very, very flavorful really because we've got egg yolks and a lot of seasonings like oil. So I'm gonna be using this pack of chicken. We'll save this one for maybe a curry dish or something. I'm just gonna use these 2 chicken breasts. Just place it down on the cast iron. And then I'm gonna season it, salt, pepper on top, and then we'll flip and season it again. And I think with chicken breast, you should cook for about 8 to 10 minutes per side. I'd rather overcook my chicken than undercook it because you might get sick from eating raw chicken. But I also have the backyard door open. What's nice about it is that I can get like fresh air coming in here, but there's a downside for it. There's always a fly or 2 big ones come in here every single day whenever I open the door. As soon as I open the door, there's a fly. It's really, really annoying. I'm gonna season my chicken breast with salt and pepper. Last Saturday, I also picked up my knife. This is my Shun knife. It's a skinny one that I use to prep fruits. Back when I used to live in my old apartment, I happened to drop my knives. I did it twice and I got the other one fixed already, but this one, it's been missing the tip for the longest time and it bugged me so much. And when I was at the Worst Kitchen store on Atlantic Avenue, I saw that they have a knife sharpening service. So I went back, dropped off my knife, and it was only $11. They thinned out my knife, gave it a tip, and it's perfect now, and I'm so happy. I also bought avocados. Should I add avocados into my chicken wrap? Most likely, but we'll see. I got my chicken grilled. I kind of freaked out. Didn't want to undercook or overcook my chicken breast because they were really thick, so I just used a knife and slice them in half so they cook faster and I can be able to get the crispiness on both sides. I'm going to be slicing my chicken breast in strips. So tempted to just cube them. Grilled chicken is so simple but so good. It's my crouton. I picked up a container of shredded Parmesan and I'm going crazy because I couldn't find it. I don't know where I put it. But here's my Caesar salad dressing. Here is my tortilla. I'm going to be heating it up on a pan slightly. I want to show you. So these are the big one, 10 inches. I cannot find my Parmesan cheese and this is driving me crazy. Because I picked it up, I saw it in the cart, checked it out as well. My avocado. For the romaine hearts, I am going to be chopping it up. Walk you through my outfit today. I'm feeling very minimal. It is so hot outside, so I think I'm ditching my jackets. I was gonna go for one of my Bali leather jackets, but I literally have been wearing it every other day. Today is the Freja event, so of course I have to bring my Freja Hudson bag because it can be converted from a clutch, which obviously you can wear under your arms like this, or it can be converted to a short shoulder strap, which I think that's the option I'm going to go for today. Or you can also extend the length of the bag and make it like a crossbody. I went with my Caitlin minimalist ball earrings in silver. They are subtle match to my studded belt. This one is a tiny skinny belt that I got from Etsy. Initial necklace, which I don't ever take off, from Caitlin minimalist. My bodysuits from Commando. Hands are the barrel-legged, slightly cropped pants from Studio Nicholson, and shoes are totem thong heels. I think this is the vibe that I'm going to go for today, and I mostly will just wear it as a clutch, like this. I think it's simple, not overdone, and exactly what I want to go for today.
But if you have
We go fa la la. We go fa la la.
Hey guys, I put on this blue cotton shirt that I got from Faithful, the brand sample sale that I was invited to last year. I got a bikini, I got this shirt, and then I believe a pair of shorts. The shorts are still in the storage in the basement, so I think either early next week or end of this week I've got to put away all my winter jackets and coats, and then I'm gonna have to go through all my spring summer wardrobe that I store downstairs. So most of them are, you know, just like shirts and shorts. So I'll have to go through and see if I could be able to do a trip to the Real and then go through my inventory and see what pieces in my wardrobe that I'm missing. So my shorts are the Levi's 501. Actually, these are the 505 shorts that I got from 10 Feet Single by Stella Dallas. That one thrift trip in Brooklyn, the most recent one. I am going to be making chicken matzo ball soup. So we'll be making chicken stock from chicken wings. I also have some thighs and drumsticks. This is kind of like a last minute. It's just because last weekend we went to the grocery store in Flushing and the chicken was on sale. We got a bunch of the wings that come in the full wings that still have the tip attached. I think I'm going to be chopping them in half. I let all of the wings and the meat out, like thaw by the sink. Since this morning already, I had to do some errands in the city. I just got back. That's why I'm so hot. But today, the weather is so gorgeous and I felt like I have to get out of the house and do things, be productive. Like I just hate having the idea of I'm waiting for my chicken to thaw. I know I would have to come back and forth and keep checking the progress of it, and it's best if I could just ignore it and go to the city and do all of the errands. And then now I'm back and all of the chicken meat are thaw. So I'm very excited for dinner tonight. I'm estimating between 2 to 3 hours cooking time. Chicken stock doesn't take too long to cook as compared to beef stock. These are great to do like Asian style fried chicken wings. I don't think I'm gonna be using all of it because I'm going to be just making enough chicken stock. Like I'm gonna be using my liquid pot. So the pot is tiny, so it won't be able to fit all of the meat that I have. I always have ideas and I wanna like execute them right away, and then I end up having too many things on the kitchen counter, and I'm a very messy cook. I just have stuff laying around, but it's nice because in my household I cook and my partner cleans, but sometimes he gets lazy, he doesn't clean and I have to do everything. But that's fine. So these are really big, 4 of these. I don't think I'm going to be using all of it. This is a cleaver. I got it from an Asian grocery store. It's very old, it's very dent. But I use it to chop things like this. Basically, you just nestle the knife around and find the joint. And you can also do this if you have a pair of kitchen shears that's sharp enough, so you could cut through the joint. I'm gonna go to the sink and do it so it won't be messy. By using this big knife, you can cut through the middle part of the bone. And what I am going to do is to use a sharp knife and remove the fat part that around the meat. I'm going to show you 1 second, but I'm going to do this first and then I'll come back. I'm going to do the same thing with these wings. So these, I would ideally prefer to use them in braised dishes, like ginger braised Vietnamese style. This big piece, as you can see when you flip it around, I don't have chicken fat, but in some matzo ball recipes that I watched and read, there are chicken fat that's used in the matzo mixture. So I'm going to be making my own rendered chicken fat, and what you can do is extract the fat from any chicken meat pieces that you have and basically just cook it on a pan, a small pan, and then render out. If you don't have it, you can also use olive oil, canola, or vegetable oil. That works too, because these are the chicken thigh. I like to keep some of the skin and then cut around the bones. I'm going to be using the bones in our chicken stock, but we'll save the meat. So I'm gonna cut around the bone and turn them into like bite-sized slivers. Sort of like a tender, but like slightly smaller. So if you go to Chinese restaurant, they oftentimes use chicken in their curry or any of the stir-fry dishes. This is what I'm aiming for. By cutting them in small pieces like this, it won't take too long to thaw, and you always have protein ready in the freezer, and it comes in handy a lot of the times. I'm gonna continue cutting around this bone. Like I like to keep some of the skin, but not all. And if I see any weird part, I will just cut it away. And then we'll save this to make smoked rendered chicken fat. Just checking for loose bone. And then I usually like to store these chicken pieces. Take out container like this because these come with a lid. I can easily store them away and they don't take too much space in the freezer. These wings, the wings with the tips, doing this. So I'm gonna save these for fried chicken wings. The chicken thigh pieces that I just cut up into slivers. This is like 3 to 4 serving. See, as you can see, these are stackable and I have plenty of these. I cut up the chicken wings. These are actually my favorite type of chicken wings to eat. I don't really like this part of the wings, but I'm just going to be saving these and maybe we'll do some sort of fried chicken wings. I already have some of the chicken wing tips I cut up. I'm going to be throwing all of the chicken fats and we'll have everything rendered out, and then we'll collect the fat that gets extracted out from this, and then we'll use it in our matzo ball. Add all of the root vegetables like celery, carrots, onion in here, and then start our pot. These are some of the bones from the chicken thigh pieces that I cut up. I will also be throwing these into the pot. I've got celery, a big yellow onion. We are going to be keeping all of the skin, 4 of these small carrots, and then we'll save 2 as a topping later on. I also have extra carrots in the fridge, and if I need extra, I will probably get more. And a whole thing of garlic. Herbs, I've got dill. Mostly gonna be using some of the stems and throw them in the stock as well. Also have a bundle of parsley, chopping all of the stems and throw them in my chicken stock pot as well. Chop them. I have to soak these first. Broth. We'll just leave this to cool. Onion with the skin, garlic, carrots that I roughly chopped, celery, dill, and parsley stems. I'm gonna be adding black peppercorn and bay leaves, about 3 leaves, 3 tablespoons of kosher salt, and cook it on simmer for at least an hour before we add the rest of our chicken. This is how much chicken fat that I rendered out. It's about 1/4 of a cup. It's very hot right now, so we will be using a lot of egg, and I don't think you want this hot oil to cook our egg. So I am going to be storing this chicken fat in the freezer for 5 to 10 minutes so then it could cool down. And we are going to start working on our matzo balls. Read a bunch of recipes, I watched a bunch of videos, so I think I am going to go for the New York Times version. This one makes about 15 matzo balls. I think I'm going to be making matzo balls that are somewhere in between mini and medium size because I don't like mushy texture, but I don't like things to be too mini at the same time because these are not crispy. They are supposed to be soft. This recipe calls for 4 large eggs, 1/4 of a cup of malt, which is rendered chicken fat, or you can also use coconut oil or vegetable oil if you're keeping it kosher for Passover. Again, this is a Jewish dish. 1/4 of a cup of chicken stock or vegetable stocks. 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 1 to 2 tablespoons of freshly grated ginger, 1 teaspoon of salt and black pepper. I got some matzo boards. These came in a box. I recycled the box already, but you can easily find these at any grocery store. Whole Food carries a few variety of matzo meals, matzo boards. I'm not really familiar with Jewish cooking, and this is probably my first time making Jewish food. I'm going to be crushing some of these boards so that I could get up to 1 cup of matzo meal. I saw Alison Roman did this. She used a big Ziploc bag. Start with maybe 4 and see how much it gives me. And then we'll use a rolling pin just like this. I think this will give a better texture. So if you're throwing this in the food processor, it works too. I like the idea of crushing it like this. We've got our matzo boards all crushed. 4. And this helps with the airy and light texture. I'm gonna measure out a cup of matzo meal or matzo powder. Mix it in. 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, dill, parsley, garlic salt is optional, but I will also be adding some salt, some ginger as well. A teaspoon of this Knorr chicken powder. That was the perfect amount. Like all of the chicken fat that I have is 1/4 of a cup. Mix it up. The ball is very salty. Chicken. Hi guys! I have some new shoes that I'm so excited to share, as well as some beauty gifts that I recently received from some of my favorite brands. Some brands are new, so I hope that you're excited. Let's start with the most exciting pair of shoes. I have been on a hunt for a pair of soft, comfortable loafers. I recently sold a pair of very gorgeous loafers. I'm like in between sizes. I bought them full price. Go through all the hassle of returning, exchanging to get the right size. I wore them like twice, so I decided to sell them on Poshmark. I am obsessed with the rose shoes, but I would never spend my full amount of money on a pair of designer shoes because you can easily find them at much affordable prices, secondhand on the Trieu, for example. And I have been eyeing those roll loafers, the soft loafers. I don't see them on sale or on secondhand market that often, so I decided to give these pairs of shoes a try, and believe it or not, these are from Banana Republic. I've heard some reviews from the men fashion TikTokers that they review these men's shoes and they are very comfortable, and I got intrigued because these also come in women's sizing. So I decided to place an order and they have just arrived, and oh my gosh, I put them on and they are perfect. Again, they are this very gorgeous dark chocolate brown color. Soft loafer style with some of the ruffles, sort of like that gathering look. They come pretty high on my foot, so I know shoes like this are a lot more comfortable as compared to shoes, for example, that have barely any leather on the upper of the foot. I already tried them on, walked around, and they are extremely comfortable. These are size 8, made in Portugal. I'm so obsessed, and I immediately put on this outfit because I think that's what I'm planning to wear this weekend. So this is an old COS white shirt, slightly oversized fit. I put on my favorite Casa Alon tassel necklace. I love wearing oversized shirt like this, sort of like unbuttoned and have the neckline open quite low and have the necklace just kind of like dangle at the neckline just to add some interest. And I have on my Levi's vintage 505 shorts. I already shared a picture of me in this outfit in my newsletter this week, so if you've subscribed to my newsletter you would see. This week it's a free week, so I will link it below. I don't know if I mentioned that I also bought this straw bag from COS, It went out of stock very quickly. The natural beige color in size large is still available. I was actually at the COS store a couple days ago in Soho and I saw this one back on the shelf. So you might have some luck if you check any of the COS store. It is so gorgeous. I have been wearing this bag pretty much every other day because it's a tote bag. It fits my laptop. I only have this complaint about this bag is the fact that the straps are made from this straw grass material that feels so rough and sometimes they kind of hurt my shoulder a little bit on days when I just wear like a thin shirt like this. But I don't really mind it. I'm obsessed with anything brown and so lately, can you tell? Yeah, my nails are brown as well. But yeah, in here, there's a leather zip compartment. The problem with big tote bag like this is that it's very hard to keep things organized. So I typically reach for my, my pouches. But I also am using this antler toiletry bag for all my cables and stuff. For example, to store my hard drive. I know it's not like the aesthetic, it doesn't really work, but it's just one of the practical things for me as of right now. Very in love with this bag and I really hope that it stays around. Like I do notice because it's made from this straw grass material that there's like some imperfection here and there because the material is a natural material so it will disintegrate eventually. But I really hope that it doesn't like break on me anytime soon. And I'm being very careful not placing heavy objects in here. Like the only heavy thing that I sometimes carry is my laptop. I always have to make sure when I wear it I have my hand placed in the bottom. There's a leather piece at the bottom, so it's a really gorgeous bag for the price and I also got it at a small discount, so it's great. Very happy with these purchases. Next I have 2 new pairs of shoes. These are from the brand Frankie 4. They are an Australian based shoe brand and I've worked with them before. I believe that they are also sold at Nordstrom. But I will link these shoes below for you. I give them 2 options. They sent me both options and it's so amazing. The fit is amazing and they're so comfortable. So these are a pair of lighter brown strappy sandal with contrasting stitching and the gold hardware. And if you look closely, the footbed in the middle here, it's sort of like elevated and it's so comfortable and kind of like design detail. I know a lot of brands don't oftentimes do it, but these I know will give support. If you need a little bit of support in the middle of the feet, these are so comfortable. And then I also picked out these. How cute are these? I'm so excited to wear these out and I know these are going to be very comfortable for New York City streets and I know I will wear them a lot this spring and summer. I got approached by the U Beauty team. They are an Asian woman-owned beauty brand. I've heard a bunch of great reviews about the products. I've been so curious to try their products and they reached out and let me pick out one product to try and I'm so excited. So I picked out this U Beauty Resurfacing Compound. It's for the face. It's one of their best-selling products, so of course I have to give it a try. Look at how gorgeous this bottle is. I literally just got this one this morning, so I have yet to try it. And I will make sure to give you guys a review, but it comes with the pump. And there's also this cute little card. Apparently they just launched a perfume. All of a sudden it gets so gloomy. This smells so familiar. It's floral, a bit strong, but sweet vanilla. Speaking of perfume, my Jones Road Brooklyn perfume. I have been reaching for it pretty much every day when I go outside now because it's sunny, it's nice. The air just feels so fresh and I cannot stop reaching for this perfume because it is so lightweight and it's named after my favorite borough in New York, Brooklyn, because obviously I've lived here for 4 years. I love living here. I love Brooklyn. It's a really fresh and light scent and I love it so much. This perfume was sent to me totally by surprise. I did not know that they were launching this perfume. It just showed up at my door and I happened to see the post on Instagram on the same day and I wore this perfume out on the same day and fell in love with it. Jones Road reached out and wanted to send me some spring gifts. I'm so excited because I got a restock of my favorite mascara. This one is it's called the mascara. This one is in the color black. I really hope that they launch a dark brown mascara soon. Yeah, this is the other Jones Road mascara that I have. I've had this mascara for almost a year now. The closest comparison that I can compare this to is the Hypnose mascara from Lancome. It used to be my favorite for so many years, but now I get sent so many beauty products and especially makeup products, and I do have a few favorite mascaras here, so I go through the Junsu mascara a little bit slower. It's such a great mascara. It gives length, volume, and it makes my lashes look so full, and I really love it. And then in the package, they also sent over, this one is called Just a Sec eyeshadow. It comes in this pot in the color Cool Brown. It's like this bouncy, slightly shimmery eyeshadow, which I am wearing it today. And then on my eyes, liner. This one is called the Best Pencil in the color brown. I also have Topaz. Yeah, I own this for almost a year now, and it doesn't really dry out, and it's really nice. Sometimes I just reach for it and add a little bit to the corner of my eyes to add a little bit of a sparkle. Products like this are so easy and great, and I don't even need like fancy tools to apply. Literally, my routine lately has been all Chunjot, and I really have no complaint. Like every product from Chunjot that I use is amazing. I don't know if I mentioned about the fact that they also launched this tinted moisturizer, and they sent me this one again, total surprise. And my shade at Chunjot is shade beige, perfectly light, and I have been reaching for it every day when I wear makeup. Today I have it on as well, and it's so light, you don't even need a brush to apply this. This is for sure going to be going into my travel beauty makeup bag. And last but not least, I have 2 new products. These actually gifts that I got from an event that I was invited to with one of my favorite beauty brands, Aesop. It is such a dream come true because I've always wanted to work with the brand at some capacity, especially getting to go to one of the events because I've been such a big fan over the years. I've always loved all of the social media posts that my favorite creators who have gone to their events post about, and I just adore the brand and the branding and the products. And in fact, I am a customer myself. I have been repurchasing their hand wash, bar soaps, and the mouthwash so many times over the years. And it's just like such a dream come true. And especially my mom was also invited because it's a Mother's Day event. And I'm a little bit sad because my mom is not around, but I really hope that in the near future, she gets to go to one of these brand events. And I know she will love it. It was such a beautiful, intimate event. And I got to say hi and talk to some of their PR team members and the Aesop team. Got to learn about some of the products, and it was so perfect. Got to try out delicious bread, and the event was Mother's Day in collaboration with this Brooklyn-based bakery called Kindred. Kindred Bakery creates opportunity for people with autism and intellectual or developmental disabilities. I was actually at that exact location in Nolita a couple weeks ago when I was with my cousin. She wanted to check out the products. I was able to talk to one of the staff and learn about all of the perfume scent, and I was also able to try out this hand balm, hand cream. It's called the Eleos Aromatic Hand Balm. I cannot believe that I own this now because I literally just tried it on a couple of weeks ago when I was in store. I was just curious in terms of what it smells like. So the event was mainly to promote their newest body cleanser product, though. This one is the matching scent. It's the Eleos Nourishing Body Cleanser, and this is the first of its kind that the brand has ever launched. There are cedar atlas, patchouli, and clove bud. And now that I'm talking about this and reading more into it, now that makes so much sense because every guest who went to the event yesterday was able to walk home with a piece of bread from Kindred Bakery, and the bread tastes like clove and patchouli. And I read the ingredients because the bread was like in this light lilac color, and it has that kind of floral, interesting taste to it. And I think they try to emulate or give the same vibe as what the scent that you're getting from these products. And I'm so excited to give this a try tonight. For sure, this one will live in my shower, and I've already tried the hand balm. It's herbaceous, woody, and spicy, and I'm so obsessed with it. And in case you haven't noticed, I have a lavender candle burning in the background. It is from Voluspa. I did some content for them, and in exchange, they gave me some candles to try out. And I've been burning that candle in my living space. It just reminds me of that time around June or July. It is when lavender is in season. I used to live in Seattle, so my partner and I, we would do these like 4 or 5 hour long road trip to go to the lavender fields in Washington, and we would take these gorgeous photos patiently waited for the most perfect sunny day with like whispering clouds and waited until sunset to take these gorgeous photos. I have some photos. Hopefully I could be able to find it and include on the screen for you to see, but it brings me to lavender fields in Washington. It also gives me that kind of zen that oftentimes associated with these Japanese gardens. It's warm. It feels like a hug. It feels like you're being surrounded by nature, even though you're in like the middle of the hustle and bustle of the big city. If you are in New York City or nearby any of the Aesop store, highly recommend popping into one of their stores and give the products a try and ask questions. And I think their teams are so friendly and helpful, and the products are amazing. If you are looking for Mother's Day's gift, I highly recommend these Eleos products. I will link these in the description box below. But thank you so much again to the Aesop team. Thank you so much for having me, and I am so grateful. I really hope that you've enjoyed this week's video. Thank you so much for tuning in and watch my videos. Don't forget to check out all of the links to my social media channels, my Substack, and all of the products that I've talked about in this video. Links are in the description box below. Give this video a thumbs up, leave me comments, and make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you next week. Bye!